get this show started!
A massive fight for the heavyweight division will take place at UFC 271 as Derrick Lewis is set to meet Tai Tuivasa. That news comes courtesy of MMA Junkie, who reported that the pair will collide on February 12th in Toyota Center Arena in Houston, Texas. The UFC has also booked a fun lightweight contest between Bobby Green and Nasrat Haqparast for February's UFC 271 event, according to reporter Walter Salcido on Twitter. The third fight announced on Friday is Rafael dos Anjos vs Rafael Fiziev. The two are set to headline UFC Fight Night on February 19th in Las Vegas. The fourth fight, according to a report from MMA Fighting, is Matt Brown vs Bryan Barbarena. The two will collide in Columbus, Ohio on March 26th. And the fifth fight announced for the UFC was a women's flyweight contest between Ariane Lipski and JJ Aldrich. This news comes courtesy of MMA Fighting, who shared that the pair of 125-pound contenders are set to collide on March 12th in Las Vegas. On Friday, Jake Paul released a video where he practiced low kicks on pads at the Unbreakable Performance Center in West Hollywood, California. Paul tagged the Twitter accounts of Bellator and PFL in an obvious nudge at the UFC, whose president Dana White recently jousted with him on social media. Here's the video. Newsday's Mark LaMonaco was first to report that starting with UFC 270 on January 22nd, pay-per-views purchased on the streaming service will now cost $74.99, a $5 increase from last year, which was a $5 increase from the year prior. Those who purchase the ESPN Plus pay-per-view package will also experience a price increase. It'll now cost consumers $99.98 for one UFC pay-per-view and a year's subscription to ESPN Plus. This is up $10 from the 2020 cost. Here's a historical timeline of pay-per-view costs for UFC shows since 2005. UFC pay-per-view price increases since 2004. February 2005, $29.95. April 2005, $34.95. 2006, $39.95. February of 2008, $44.95, 2009, $54.99, 2015, $59.99, 2018, $64.99, 2021, $69.99, 2022, $74.99. UFC 168 in December of 2013 was an exception of the time at $59.99. Shortly after the news broke, Ariel Helwani took to Twitter to question the UFC's stance on fighter pay. According to Helwani, if the pay-per-view price is being increased, there must be a hike in fighter payouts as well. Here's the tweet. It's never been more expensive to be an MMA fan. The UFC has never been more profitable. Everything is doing great. Sponsorships, gate, buys, ratings, best year ever. So is it wrong to wonder why the fighters' cut and pay isn't increasing as well? Of course not. What do you guys think of these comments from Helwani? Should the fighters' cut increase along with pay-per-view prices? Let us know in the comments section. Late on Friday, ESPN's Brett Okamoto reported that an injury has forced Max Holloway out of his upcoming trilogy bout with featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 272. Now, the former two-division champion Henry Cejudo, offered to replace Max Holloway in the featherweight title fight against Volkanovski on March 5th. He wrote this on his Twitter: "Triple C to the rescue. Dana White, you have my number. Hashtag C4, hashtag bend the knee." Would you like to see Henry Cejudo versus Alexander Volkanovski? Who do you think would win? Leave your comments below. During a recent interview with ESPN's Brett Okamoto, Alexander Gustafson discussed what training with Khamzat Chimaev is like and how he would do against UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman. Here's the clip.
Well, as a wrestler, he's outstanding, and also his jiu-jitsu. He's getting like he's working his wrestling jiu-jitsu type of hybrid thing, and it's very, very, very heavy on top. Even if he's not that heavy against me in weight wise, but he's still heavy. He feels heavy because he uses right. His striking is very. He hits like a light heavyweight. He hits hard. Because he's very explosive. He boxes very fast with his hands, and with speed comes some power and good precision. So this guy, if you don't keep your head, I've seen this guy knock people out with just a jab in training. I think you put Kamaru Usman to sleep. Honestly, I think he just touches his chin. It's a big chance that Kamaru Usman goes to sleep. I can't see him take Khamzat's punches. I can't see him taking, his combinations. When it comes to the wrestling part, it would be also a pleasure to see, because it's probably will be one of the biggest fights in the UFC history when it comes to that part, to see the technical side of the fight, when it comes to the wrestling and even the striking thing, but yeah, I love Usman as a champ, but I think Kamaru will put him to sleep, honestly.
The UFC recently announced a rematch between Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan for the UFC bantamweight title. Speaking to RJ Clifford on SiriusXM Fight Nation 156, Coach Ray Longo shared his thoughts on the fight and revealed that Aljo's game plan is not going to be much different than it was in the first bout. Here's the clip.
I'm going to say, believe it or not, I'm going to say it's not going to be that much difference. It's really, look, Jan's pressure is unbelievable. Even with a guy, Sandhagen, who I think is a phenomenal fighter, and that was definitely a competitive fight, but Yan won. He's proven that, man, he can go 5 rounds hard, and that to me is the fight. Like, it's the pressure of Petr Yan against the movement and the angles of Aljo, and obviously his submissions are great when it's on the floor, but that wasn't looking good in the first fight. So we got to change up a couple of things, but my thing is always that I don't want to make cardio even a factor in the fight. You should have excellent cardio. And Aljo did start to gas the last time, and that's the first thing that has to be corrected, which isn't an easy thing to do, because it was almost like Weidman at the beginning of his career. He would suffocate you, man. He'd stalk you down, and it was almost, I remember saying to, I think, Danaher, it's like by the time they realize what's going on, it's too late. He gets his hands on you, and that's what made him really special at the beginning, was that forward pressure, and he could put that fight where he wanted. And I think Jan's, it's similar to that. I think it's hard to look from the outside, like when we're analyzing a fight, exactly what that pressure is doing to you. But at this point, you have to come to the conclusion it's breaking a lot of people down, So I don't think there's a mystery there, and he throws hard. So right now, he doesn't have many gaps in his game.
Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user Khalil M. Please. Second place goes to Emsty. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named Chuck Norris. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.